But before I left on my trip around the world, uh, back in December, when I left on this trip, right? New Year's Eve in India and back home. Before I left, I was feeling stress, intense. I don't know, for since my father died and in the years after, the year and a half after the pandemic, the inability to travel. This was my first attempt to see, okay, well, can I travel like I used to travel? I need to do that because this pandemic thing and I hadn't done it in a long time. So as that was going on, I was telling everybody, "Oh my God, I've found myself on the road again. I found myself. I'm on the road. I found myself again." This feeling that I'm myself when I'm on the road. Uh, Now, for the moment, I have to be here and I have to occupy this place and take care of this responsibility. So, and it's been in my mind for a long time, so it's got to happen. So, I've been trying to learn how to take what Alan Watts was talking about and manifest it now that I'm back here and not on the road. And things Watts is discussing, and I agree with. And when I say this, I mean, I've been meditating since I was 14. I've been reading The Gateless Gate and studying Buddhism since I was 14, 15. I think at this point I have deep thoughts. I don't identify on purpose. I don't make a big show of it on purpose. But I'm having clearly lucid long-term meditations that are real to me. And I've been trying to express them here and there. I'm clearly not good at expressing them. Harmony is a huge part of it, you see. Harmony with everything creates harmony with time. And time is a huge element of the entire process. You cannot cut time up as people have been doing since Descartes and now have machines doing and expect it to remain in harmony. That doesn't happen. In some ways, I've been thinking lately like the lunar calendars and the solar calendars clearly have a conflict when it comes to weather. The 12-year cycle of the solar thing takes forever to catch up. So if there are effects, whether they're effects of mankind, Anthropocene effects, or just whatever, nature, uh, that calendar doesn't deal with that or resolve that at all. So these are even crude calendars we're using to cut the time up, and then forcing ourselves into those calendars 9 to 5. Go to bed at this time, wake up at this time, only work at this time. A kind of imposition by the machines upon us all that conflicts with harmony is clearly discussed in Alan Watts' stuff as well. And so I'm constantly trying to do that. Well, one of the things is I have the dartboard here, and I throw 6 darts, 3 light ones, 3 medium weight ones, and I can feel the difference in my hand. So that all requires getting down to where you go, oh yeah, right before you throw them. And I'll be doing as I'm passing by on the way to the kitchen, or I'll do it on the way to whatever. And then I do it once, and if it's really horrible, I'll do it again. But otherwise, I'll just look at the spread and think about it. And in this instance, I was looking for bullseyes and 20s. I walked up, I just pulled them out of the thing, and I just threw it, and look what happened. This is what happened. I hit a bull on the first one with a light. I hit a 20 on the second one with the light. I missed. I was like, what is happening? Exactly what I want is happening. And then I put all 3 of those reds, which were the medium weight, right there. So that's the spread I ended up with. It was really good. I hit a dead bull. I mean, that's as close to the center as you can possibly get, it feels like. Ah, by the way, Winston Smith drew that for me, everybody. Winston Smith, the collage artist, drew that for me. Okay, so that spread right there is indicative of several things. One, that was a moment of harmony. My mind, occupied with many things I was doing here, and as I was passing by, quickly processed the weights of the lighter ones and the heavier ones, stood on the line where the line is down there, looked up at the thing, tried to process a mechanical thing, and just threw them. And it went foot, 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 foot. If at the minute I got excited is the minute that the amount of space missed the 20. And by the end, I missed the 20. But there was a kind of excitement that brought me out of the zone. And that's the distance of the amount of out of the zone. So I was thinking about that. Okay, so you have to harmonize with everything, and time has to be an element. These are the 2 points that I was trying to get down out of this. Vedic consciousness, from the very earliest, every American now needs to understand. I've never spoken with you about it because you never got that far with me. You never got that deep with me, but that's okay. I have to do it now because otherwise, what are we going to do? Vedic consciousness, okay, is where I start from. Okay? I believe in and was educated in Vedic consciousness, which is much older, wider, bigger, far more massive, incorporates time, does not use this absurd calendar, and stretches into what you consider ancient times, and is flexible in ways that the monotheisms are not. So neither Christian nor Muslim nor Jew, right? And all of those are in a container to Vedic consciousness. So Buddhism, as a not a reform, but a thing that grows out of that, taking us toward all the way to Zen Satori, the Japanese form that Watts is so both enamored with and engaged in, that spoke to him, that allowed him to achieve whatever level of Satori he achieved. That pathway of the Buddha all the way to Japan has to happen. I have to go there. All those things. For us all to feel, each of us, individuals, I mean, not special people, you can do this. Any human can do this. There are things that are in common, and this harmony thing is one of them. You know it when you've got it. A baseball player goes on a hit streak, and the question is how to achieve that, state more rather than less.